Professional overall motocross victory here in America as the board goes sideways, and we're just about set to go for the Moto number 2 of the 125s. They're off and running. Davey Pingree right there on the inside gets the hole shot. What a break for Pingree, who's had a tough season so far.
He blasted off the concrete, got excellent traction. You could tell right away he had the hole shot.
Here comes the cavalry. That's Pingree still out in front. Fonseca in second. Talon Bolin moves into third, 7-11. And Pastrana is right behind him. Lamson and Casey Johnson come next. And buried there somewhere is Ron Cotta. Another difficult start for Cotta. No, that looks like Scott Carter. 54, the local rider. That was gnarly.
That was a nasty crash right in the middle of the pack on the scariest downhill on the track. I guess he's broken the ice now.
So our current leader there, as you see, David Pingree on the Suzuki.
Watch this. Just buries the front end into a hole, lands right on his back. Now, I'd be worried about riders coming. I'm sure he was thinking that, and everyone somehow missed it. That was really fortunate. What a break for Pingree here to get that hole shot, get up there and showcase his talent a little bit. He had a great indoor season, even though he didn't end it with a championship. He still put in fine rides, having to come from behind all the time. Now he gets to do it from the front.
There you see Talon Bolin in good shape. He's in third, number 711 on the Pro Circuit Kawasaki, and Pastrana's behind him. Pastrana just biding his time, it looks like right now, letting things string out a bit as Pingree tries to set a pace.
Oh, well, he's trying to get comfortable and set this pace. He's got a lot of pressure right now.
Fonseca, number 28. Fonseca, Yamaha Troy takes over the lead. And Bolin is right there. Can he slip in front of Pingree? Pingree shuts the door on the corner. There's Bolin. So Pingree back in second place now, trying to hold that position. But a very determined Talon Bolin goes into second.
Bolin really getting creative with his lines there. I thought he was going to get the lead. He's already got Fonseca a little nervous looking at him as they climb the hill. Bolin is attacking right now. He does not want to let Pastrana or Lamson or any of those guys pitch a ride with him. He wants to disappear.
Coming off a third overall at Mount Morris, he was a third place winner here last year with a 5-2 in the 2 motos. But right now it's Ernie out in front.
Takes a few laps for these guys to really get comfortable on the racetrack too, because it's so much rougher than it was for their first moto.
It doesn't look as if the hard rain we've had has affected the track much as Bolin cuts in front and takes the lead.
That was beautiful back there. I don't know how Talon turned so sharp in that corner, but he just squared it off, shaved off about 15 or 20 feet of racetrack. It wasn't like Fonseca went into the corner slow. He just took a better line.
And so we've had our third different leader in 3 laps.
Travis still right there. So Fonseca and Travis in the same position as they were in the first moto. Let's go back and take a look at how Talon got into the lead as he was coming into the corner for a couple reasons. Look at Fonseca. He jumps over this braking bump, lands sitting down with his foot out. That's beautiful. But look at Talon. Squares it off so tight. And while Fonseca's out there just trying to find a berm somewhere, Talon just cuts off, like I said, about 15 or 20 feet of racetrack, shorter line, made the pass.
Bolin's our leader, but look at Pastrana. Pastrana making the move for second place, gets by Fonseca, and so now it's Travis Pastrana. He's looking to get the broom out for a sweep here at Southwick.
There goes Lamson, much better start for him this time.
And so Talon Bolin has the lead anyway right now as Pastrana puts the heat on. We'll be right back. One of the 125s. Talon Bolin is our leader, but there's a heck of a battle going on for second and third. Number 28, Ernesto Fonseca making the move on Travis Pastrana. Pastrana trying to hold him off, looks over there, sits back, takes the corner. Here comes Fonseca. Bar to bar we go. Fonseca just doesn't want to give in to the 17-year-old. No, he almost went off the track on that berm.
Couldn't quite line up for that inside. Travis had the faster outside line, and it would have put him on the inside into the next corner, so that worked out great. It looks like Travis is missing his goggles right now. Pretty early in the race for that, so that's kind of unfortunate. Long ways to go.
Yeah, he must have had a problem with him, David, to take him off that early.
Well, trying to see with the ruse, it's so important for him to try to hold everyone off now.
And here comes Lamson. Lamson makes the move on Ernie.
That 4th place in the first moto is not what Lamson had in mind. He's trying to improve on that here. He already has 1 position, and he's all over Travis.
And Casey Johnson is approaching his Yamaha of Troy teammate. Number 29 is behind Fonseca. Most everyone agrees it's good to see Steve Lamson back in the 125 ranks and being a contender after winning the championship twice. We talked with him earlier.
I'm pretty happy where I'm at right now. I expected to be, you know, close to being in the points lead. I didn't want to get too far out of it, and you know, here I am winning, you know, and I just want to stretch it out a little bit, get a little more comfortable lead, and I think things are going to start happening here, you know, this weekend.
Boy, they're happening all right now. Steve Lamson's trying to hold on to that point lead. He's currently in 3rd place, a much better moto than the opener.
Not that much. He's definitely trying to improve on it. Still got a long ways to go. He's got to stay in contact with Pastrana. Pastrana was the fastest rider on the track in the first moto. If he can stay close enough to see what he's doing, how he's going that fast, should be good. Maybe Travis won't be able to go as fast as he did the first moto. As soon as you get sand in your eyes and can't see, you can only go as fast as you can see.
Lamson was 17th on a 250 here last year. He had a broken collarbone the year before with a 31st and 36th finish. So the last couple of years, in fact, the last 3 years, he's had tough times, being injured in 97 as well. And right there, speaking of injuries, number 35, who got our whole shot in this race, David Pingree. He was injured last year and the year before. Took a 17th in 97. This is certainly not his favorite track. Right now he's in 7th place.
Yeah, but if you read his column in Racer X, I swear you'll get a great ab workout. That guy's so funny.
Yeah, I'd give him an A in English comp. He's a great humorist. Earlier this year, we heard Mike Kudrowski going from Motocross over to the GNCC series. Well, this week we saw the current GNCC leader Shane Watts try his hand at motocross. He's already won 5 GNCC events this year. But the Aussie has such a passion for racing, and he's always been a fan of motocross. He decided to try to qualify for this week's action.
Today I'm just here just as a personal goal, trying to qualify for Outdoor National. Like, most of my races are off-road, and I just want to see if I'm fast enough to do the motocross thing. I won the national championship back home for 500 cc's about 4 years ago. So I'm not foreign to motocross tracks, but there's a lot of fast riders out here, and it's going to be very tough. But if I can make the main, I'll be really stoked.
With the GNCC Points Championship a very real possibility for Shane this year, we asked him what his KTM team thought about his crossover into motocross.
Yeah, there's pros and cons for it. Like, yeah, they'd love to see me come along and qualify and get a lot of good publicity out of it, but they don't want me to go out there and get myself hurt for the GNCC Championship. So it's hopefully it'll be a win-win situation today, and no negatives come out of it.
He didn't get hurt. He didn't qualify, but he sure gave it a good shot, and what a job he's doing in that GNCC. He's turning that series on its ear right now. In our race in the 125-second moto, look at this, 199, Travis Pastrana starting to put the pressure on our leader.
Just throwing it into those berms, Art, taking a completely different line from Talon, and I think part of that is because he's got to figure out where he can go fast, where he doesn't have to soak up the roost of Talon without goggles.
Outstanding racing by Travis Pastrana right now. He could finish in second and still take the overall. But he's not the kind of rider to take a second place.
No,
he's got that opportunity to.
They could put that on the board and he still wouldn't read it. They are starting to separate themselves slightly from Steve Lamson back there, but Lamson is close. If one of these guys falls down or makes a big mistake, starts to get tired from the battle that looks like is going to take place.
Looks like he's looking down at his bike, but I think he's just putting his helmet down to get away from the roost.
That's exactly what he's doing. You see these guys lose a visor out there in a race. Not only does it look dumb, but you have no way to block that roost coming at you.
Our next ESPN2 telecast comes to you from Budds Creek, Maryland on Saturday the 1st. Hope you can join us. The battle for the 125 lead in Moto 2 is big time right now from Southwick, Massachusetts. Talon Bolin, who won the second Moto at Glen Helen in the opener, is trying to hold off number 199, Travis Pastrana.
All these guys have found the smoothest line down the hill, right down the middle. Usually they take off down the middle. That starts getting rough, so everyone moves to the outside. That gets so rough, the middle becomes the smoothest again, and that's what's happened here.
And as we mentioned earlier, Pastrana's trying to catch Bolin without goggles in this sandy soil.
And now it's probably hard because you got the sun coming out a little bit. The shadows from these trees affects what you're trying to look at as far as focusing on your line. Trying to dodge the roost of Talon. I don't know how he can concentrate right now. He's just riding on full adrenaline right now, thinking he can put two motos together.
Whoa, he's going hard to the outside. Travis Pastrana's working for the lead. They touch back wheels. And Pastrana takes the lead on Talon Bolin. Here comes Bolin back again.
Those guys risked almost going down, both of them. I think that was just a little bit of an error on both their parts. Travis was coming from the outside, and it kind of pitched him back to the middle of the track, and Bolin was coming from the inside. They come close together. You can see Bolin, he already knows. Travis had a little bit of a wheel on him, so he may not have expected that. But it's possible those guys could have both gone down and handed the lead to Steve Lamson. And that's the same place on the racetrack where Carmichael went down during the first 250 moto.
Pastrana looking to get back into the points race. And if he holds onto this lead and sweeps Southwick, he certainly will be in contention.
And on a hot streak. It wouldn't have been for that weird first moto deal with Mount Morris, it'd be 4 moto wins in a row. And coming off a second place, hard charging through the pack to second at Hangtown in the second moto. So he is hot right now.
Bolin is not letting Pastrana get away, and there you see the interval back to Steve Lamson in third. And Debbie Pastrana fairly excited that her son has taken over the lead.
She doesn't look relaxed to me. She needs to get a video camera or something and keep her mind occupied.
Well, she's seen it all, that's for sure. As our Suzuki flashback subject is Travis Pastrana. The 17-year-old success on and off the track didn't come overnight. It was a culmination of many years in the amateur ranks.
Not too many people actually knew that I had won 5 national championships in Loretta Lynn's motocross, and you know, every year going down to the Mini O's and World Mini GP in Vegas, racing was definitely my huge priority. And you know, now that I have a chance in the pros, I think all the amateurs that I've done and I've accomplished, you know, is definitely going to help me so much in the next years to come.
Suzuki's Pat Alexander has been around the sport a long time. He spotted the soon-to-become phenom at an amateur race.
I saw Travis when he was about 8 years old, when he was riding an RM80 at Indianapolis, and he was jumping everything in sight, along with a little doll that he had on his chest protector. And it was unbelievable to see somebody so young doing the things that he had done. So it was needless to say, we just decided to pick him up, and it was, we believe, was a good choice.
For all the success, Travis credits his family for making sacrifices in their lives in order for him to realize his dreams.
Well, it's amazing. As an amateur, you know, you need to have a lot of parental support. My parents backed me so much, everything I did. You know, they'd sacrifice that. My dad would take off Friday from work, drive me down from Maryland to Florida, you know, come back and get in at noon on Monday after driving all night and go right back to work. And, you know, it takes a lot of sacrifice for my whole family, you know, my aunts, uncles, everyone involved. You know, so it's definitely, I really appreciate everything they've done for me. And coming into a pro now where it's kind of, you know, this is where you get paid back. You know, my parents especially, they get to fly to all the races. I have a mechanic, Lee McCollum, who's doing a great job. My dad's like, wow, all I got to do is sit back and, you know, just watch it ride. And that's all starting to pay off.
And pay off big time, especially if he should win this moto and take home the overall, his very first as a professional. His mom, Debbie's a little nervous right now as Pastrana's pursuing Talon Bolin, number 711 for the Pro Circuit Kawasaki.
He's been pacing back and forth. She's probably got a couple berms there by now. And Travis is just staying close enough. Keep the pressure on Talon. Make Talon worry about him. Make Talon think about what he's going to have to do when they get into lapped riders. if he gets real close. Should he take the outside? Should he take the inside? Because this track is so wide and so rough now, the passing lines have opened up.
I hope he's not too far-sighted. He came pretty close to that mechanic sign as he went by.
I know these guys have used, in the beginning of practice, it's one line, but by the end of the day, there's so many different places to go. And Lamson is not that far behind these guys. He is riding hard, trying to keep up.
Talon Volin so far, a good job in holding the lead after taking it over on the 6th lap. Hopefully, motocross is coming your way soon to check it out. Next, we go to Buchanan, Michigan. Then it's on to upstate New York, Ohio, Washington out west before heading back to the Midwest and then east. Finishing up the schedule in Delmont. We'll be right back with more action. Time is running down now for our second moto in the 125s here in Southwick, Massachusetts. And the pursuit for the lead is still underway with Travis Pastrana not that far behind Talon Volin. We're on the white flag lap, the final lap, so time is running out for Travis.
No, he has been chasing this whole time. Look, he cuts off a little bit of racetrack right there, gains some time. Talon came up short there, so he's definitely working on Talon's mind.
And it's a slingshot effect for Travis Pastrana. Bar to bar we go now. This is for the win. Talon Volin just edges out in front of Travis Pastrana.
They're both a little bit shy about that jump that time. That's where they already got together once in this race.
Coming down to that speed section right there. It used to be the finish line. Travis Pastrana cutting to the inside now on Talon Volin. And the Suzuki has the lead on the final lap. What a performance by Travis Pastrana. Lee McCullough almost got in the way of Talon Volin that time. Travis pouring it on.
Look how fast Volin went down through that corner on the inside, wide open, never let it off. He wants this bad. Travis has hit a bad hole right there, the little nose dives. These guys are pushing it as far as they can right now. Look at Travis's face, covered in sand. I don't know how he can see.
Pastrana going all out to hold on to the lead as they go down that dangerous speed hill. Still in third place is Steve Lamson. Travis Pastrana looking for a mistake-free ride the rest of the way for his very first motocross victory as a professional. The first of what we anticipate to be many.
He's only got this corner and the next left-hander, and he's got it made.
Nods his head to the corner worker, looks back, and the checkers for Travis Pastrana. He has swept both motos in the 125. He's got a streak of 3 moto wins in a row. He's got his first victory, and Roger DeCoster couldn't be happier. Pastrana holding off Volin, taking the lead in the last lap. Lamson, important points in third. Stefan Roncada all the way back up to fourth. Talon Volin gave it his all, Davey.